And Malka's Glow Up. We turn out to bold. Let's go.
Welcome to What's on My Table Thursday, brought to you by Malka's Glow Up. Each week, it's all about creativity, style, and making bold moves. Let's get into it. So today I have these two denims. I got these from the charity shop. They were washed. So my plan was to make a skirt. I did this before years ago, but I decided that I am going to be making a jacket because I need a jacket. I actually sketched a jacket of, I don't know if you can see that, I sketched that jacket. It may not turn out to be like this because, as usual, I always start out with a style for myself and change it along the way. That's the whole point of being a designer. You tend to change things, I suppose. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is get my ripper, and I'm going to rip this whole thing apart. This is going to be a lot of work, but it has to be done. Right, so I'm going to rip this apart, and then I'll come back with all the pieces and we go from there. So I'm going to tackle the hem first. So I'm finished ripping the two jeans apart. I have the zips and the pockets, the waistband, the back and the front, and also the tab. And then this is the other one that is complete as well. I'm looking forward to making this denim jacket. I've decided on the style that I want, but I want to make a sample first so that I see how it fits, and then from that then I can go ahead and do my cuttings and stuff. So let's get started. So the raglan sleeve are the sleeves that fit like this on the shoulder, so they go from the neck to under the arm. So that's the style I want. So as I said, I'm going to be making a sample first, and then from the sample I'm not even going to make a pattern. I'm just going to cut it from the calico material and just figure it out from there. I believe this sleeve, I had it for a couple of years now, so what I want to do is just to make it slightly bigger. No big deal. front and back, the sleeves. I'm gonna go to the machine and just stitch them up together and try this on and see how it fits. Alright, so you can see how this fits. This fits good for me around the neck, no problem. The sleeves around here is alright, the shape. The only thing is that the arm, I would like the arm to be a bit longer and I need more space around here. And going down to the hem, it is the perfect length because you can see where my hand is and where the hem is. It's the perfect length. And around here fits really, really nice. The sleeves obviously is too short. Alright, so coming up a bit further, you can see has a lot of room. Here's where I'm gonna put either buttons or whatever closure I decide to use. I'm not sure yet. At the back it has a lot of room here. It's perfect. And now coming across the bust area, you can see how much room there is. And see the closure still stay nice and flat. That's what I like. You come up, it looks really, really good this way. The only thing, as I said, I am going to adjust the sleeves and across the sleeves. Alright, so this is the new sleeve. What I did here was just put a dart in each of the sleeves. So we're going to fit it onto the mannequin shoulder and see how that goes. So that seam should sit right on top of the shoulder. looks all right to me. I made the sleeve just the right length, so I have everything the way I want it to be. And then turn around, and it is just how I want it. I think I'm gonna take a wider image, a wider video of how it actually looks from top to bottom. Alright, a more closer look on what it looks like on the mannequin. Obviously it's gonna look different on the mannequin, fit different on the mannequin as per se. But you can see how it looks so much better. I absolutely love how it looks. And I'm gonna turn this around. You see why I like raglan sleeves? Because when it goes to fit on the shoulder, it fits so nice on the shoulders here. And then that's the length and the back. Alright, so now everything is ready to be placed down onto these here. So what I'm going to do is start with the bigger piece. So what I didn't do was press this, so I'm just going to press out the seams in this just before I start cutting, just so everything is nice and flat. Have the largest denim, the front of it set out here on the table. So what I'm going to do, have them facing each other. Okay, so I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this for, I think for the back. But I'm going to have to add piece here because it's quite wide. So I'm going to take the two fronts of the smaller trousers, of the smaller denim. Do you know what? Let me see if I could use one. So this is the back of the calico material. Well, you can see I have this about 1.5 centimeters, about 3 centimeters. I have this away. I'll have to straighten it. I'm just laying it down just to see how it looks. And then I'm going to try and see if I could use one of this so I have enough to make for the sleeves. Apparently not, so I would have to use both of the pieces and join them on the side here in order to get the full width. So when I put this over, see now it's over onto the other side. Right, so you can see right here that I needed that 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches on that end. So I'll have 1.5 inches to turn up. Okay. So what I'm going to do here next is just put some pins in the back seam, but I'm going to pin this together. So now I'm ready to cut the sleeves out, and this is the smaller denim. So I have the two backs together here because I used the front for the other piece. So the two backs are here, and I'm gonna place the sleeve, the calico piece onto it, and then I'll just have to put extra, as you can see, denim on this side and just a bit on this side. So I would have to join these together. So I finished stitching all the pieces together like I said. So all I need to do is to just press the seams open, or I can just press them open with my finger because you don't really have to use an iron for that right now. Okay, and these pieces that I cut from the seam, from the side seam, I'm going to make use of them and stitch them down onto these seams. Alright, so that's pinned together. I'm gonna just stitch that here and stitch this here, and I'll come right back. Alright, so that piece is stitched, and you can see how it looks. It looks really nice. So I'm gonna give this a nice top stitch right up here on both of them. Okay, so these are the pieces that I just put together, and these are going to be for the sleeves. So let's just spread this out again. I'm going to make sure, now I have this design here, I am going to make sure that they line up together. So I finished the top stitch. So what I'm going to do at the top here, I'm going to replace the pockets at the top of the sleeve, but I'm going to put the different pocket on. What I like is the effect here. So by the time I stitch this down, you'll see a darker outline at the bottom here. So I'm gonna go to the machine and stitch these all the way around. So I'm finished with the sleeve here as far as the pocket goes. And this is what the sleeves look like. It's really unique, it's different. I can't wait for this to come together so I can actually put this on and show it off, because I know it's going to be different, it's going to be eye-catching. So as this is a change in style as I go along, I'll be doing things different, because the frame of the jacket is what I wanted. The raglan, I'll be designing this as I go. So first I am going to be stitching these pieces. You know, this is the front, and I join these pieces in order to make up the whole body. So I'm just going to stitch these down together on the front as well as the back. Alright, so I'm through stitching the pieces in and also top stitching. So you can see how this looks. It looks really nice with the two contrasts, with all these top stitching at the side. It looks really good. pockets are on. So the next step for me is to find the lining. And what I plan to do, these are the sleeves and this is the back. I don't know what I'm going to use for the collar yet, but I believe I'm going to be using something, but that's not the point right now. This is not what I'm dealing with right now. So this is the back, these are the sleeves, and these are the front. Okay, so what I plan to do is go in my scrap box, find a few pieces of scraps, sew them all together to create a funky lining. And that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll be right back. So these are the scraps that I found, and I believe putting all these together to make a full lining for the jacket would be absolutely brilliant. And also I get to use up the scraps, making use of each and every one of them. Right, so let's get started to cut these things out. These are the scraps that I just cut. Hopefully I have enough to make the lining for the whole jacket, the back, the front, and the sleeves. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch these together and see how much I get. So I've just finished piecing together the scrap material for the lining, and I love how it turns out. It's gonna give this jacket a whole new life with a one-of-a-kind feel. It will have its own character, totally unique and full of personality. So let's get right into cutting the lining. All my pieces are cut, and all is left for me to do now is basically sew up the lining, sew up the jacket, add any other thing I want to add to the jacket, and then that would be it. So this is the jacket fully complete. I'm gonna step back so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to turn around as well. Feels really comfortable. It looks fabulous. Right. Then at the top, one of the bands I put around the neck down. I add some buttons. This is the other pocket on the side. I absolutely love the way these pockets are. So, and then I add buttons on the shoulders. I hope you guys enjoy the transformation of those two denims and are inspired. It looks good and it feels good. I'm gonna open it, take it off so you can see the insides, because remember I use up some of my scrap material. And this is what the inside looks like, where you can see the different pieces of material. It's unique. It's different, and I made use of my scrap material. I also replaced the tags, one on this side, and I have the other one on this side. I think they're cute. They give it that genuine look in it. So, all right, so that's that. Thanks for tuning in to What's on My Table Thursday. Keep creating, keep styling, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.